Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is your favorite crack on with the mask on. And today what we're going to be doing is I need to inform you about potentially the worst deal of all time. And I want to tell you guys about this today because I almost bought a couple of these packs way back when I didn't really know what I was doing at all. You know, oh, one of my tentacles, I feel like it's stuck. There we go. It was stuck in my hat there. I was wondering, it was kind of hurting. So I was almost bought one of these packs, okay, back in the day, and I decided not to. Fast forward to now, I kind of know what I'm doing, and looking back, I'm really glad I didn't, because it would have been easily the biggest waste of money in the entire game. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a pack that's worse than it, including the one that's like 30 bucks for one sacred shard. It's probably still a better deal. So what am I referring to? Well, of course, my friends, if we look here in the offers, I'm not talking about the shard ones today. Pow! Faction accessories. They want $20. This will give you 300 gems, 450k silver, 350 energy. 450,000 silver is not enough to level even one of these. Like, I'll show you right now, before we even get into anything else, okay, before we even talk about why else it's a bad deal, let me show you something right here, okay? Here is a 5-star piece. We have 3.5 million. I'm gonna waste 450,000 silver to prove a point. Okay, I'm gonna show you exactly how far 450,000 silver from the pack will get you. And you can just watch it deplete, okay? We need to hit 3.1. Once we hit 3.1, you'll see. And I like to do these because it's like a visual representation. You can like just straight up witness it. But this is a horrible example. It's just like chewing through these, my lord. Okay, but that's fine. This will actually, maybe this is a good example because we get to see it in one of its best cases because it went to 12 like it was nothing. But look, we're already down, what, 2.5? See, now it starts to get expensive. You see, it's 26,000 per. We're trying to go with 13. Okay, good example after all. We might not even make it to 13 here. You get my point? I mean, you can level one of the 3 pieces of gear. Yeah, point proven right there. So let's go back to the pack. Okay, I need to explain, so, because I don't want people to make this mistake. So, because you might be thinking like, you know, you're on an account, you're new to the game, I just need a couple banners, I just pulled a Tyrell out of this 10x, let me get, don't get baited, man, because the accessories are not worth it yet, okay? You're like, okay, I could use low energy, I could use this. Well, the silver, we already know the silver's not worth it. Okay, 20 bucks. You shouldn't even like be calculating, oh, 300 gems, that sounds great. I mean, for 20 bucks, that's nothing. 300 gems is nothing. 350 energy is basically nothing. I mean, you could not even get a superior potion, legitimately out of a potion dungeon with that. So you can't, don't get baited by those small resources thinking, okay, well, maybe those are worth, $5-10 bucks. So now let me do the ring and see what it's not worth it. Because if you look at these rings, first of all, the rings are a huge gamble. Like, we'll go piece by piece here. Why the rings aren't worth it, okay? Because first of all, let's go to like Tyrell. Let's use the example of Tyrell, okay? Because a lot of people probably pull them, or even Royal Guard, right? If you look at these rings, look how big of a gamble this is. So I wrote attack, so I wanted attack on them. But then you can get flat HP, flat defense, and if you don't have attack as primary, you can get flat attack. And then you have a 50% chance to row those, and then if you want a good purple ring, you have to have basically HP percentage, defense percentage, or attack percentage. You have to get all of those right in a row. Like, I need defense percentage here for this to even be a good ring. So the odds of that happening, that would be like, it's terrible. I mean, it's terrible. It's probably not going to happen, okay? It's just probably not going to happen. So that's why it's bad for rings. Now, if you look at the necklace, which is the one you would probably argue, well, maybe I can get like a crit damage necklace or something. You can still get flat attack, you can still get flat HP, you can still get flat defense, and those necklaces, unless you're using them on like faction war characters or people that aren't scaling up crit damage at all, are mostly useless anyway. It's just a really big bummer. And this is before we even talk about the banners, which really you're only looking for speed on the secondary. I mean, if you don't have speed on the secondary of a banner, it's probably not that great of a banner unless it's like a 6-star with a good primary. And these are 5 stars, the other thing. So these, you're automatically paying for pieces of gear that right off the bat, you know for a fact you will be replacing at some point. So that's kind of a bummer, okay? And the gear packs that I did buy back in the day, they were like $15, came with 6 pieces of gear. Remember when I was recommending like the $15 speed or the $15 6-star lifesteal sets? Those weren't bad because you get 6 pieces, and then the helmet, the shield, and the weapon, right? All those primaries are guaranteed. You know what they're going to have. So you have a decent chance of getting like a speed secondary or something in there, right? Whereas these, all of these primaries are RNG, and you're really only looking for a very certain one. So the point of this here is that do not buy this pack. Please don't waste your $20 because you'll get to the point of the game. Eventually you will, and you don't have to have like the disgusting roster like I have. I like to do things the hilarious way. So most of the time, the way I do my teams aren't really honestly the efficient way. It's just like for fun, like this stuff here. I'll show you this team, right? But eventually you'll get to the point where you can do Spider, and you, like I said, you don't have to have a stupid team like this to do it. And when you can beat Spider, you start getting those pieces of gear. And on top of it, Spider 20 drops 6-star pieces too, and eventually you'll be able to do it. There's no reason to pay for accessories. If you're early game thinking, well, I can't beat the Spider yet, I just really want to guarantee these faction pieces, and you think it's going to give you that big of a boost, the pieces of gear would give you a boost, yes, but not as much as you're thinking. I promise you. You would get way more of a boost making sure that everyone has the right masteries and getting the right primaries on the right pieces of gear. Farming Dragon even would be good. But you see, eventually you'll get to the point where you can do this right there, flat defense. That's probably the necklace you're going to end up purchasing if you do spend the money on it. And I'm one of the people that has probably argued the most for buying pieces of gear. I've purchased a lot of, oh, I gotta remember to mute my phone when I do videos. I've purchased a lot of pieces of gear in my time in this game. I mean, namely like divine speed, things like that, things that, you know, are really kind of hard to farm. And I don't regret many of those purchases, but the absolute thing I would say is do not buy faction accessories ever. Don't make the mistake. Save your money, okay? And there's one other thing you don't want to buy in this game. And honestly, this should really go without saying, but I'm just going to throw it in here in case someone is like new to the game or just legitimately has never heard this advice before, because I don't know. Maybe it's so obvious we haven't even ever said it, okay? But don't go into this store here and start purchasing like these packs. Way back in the day when I just started the game, I had a really large donator who came in and handed me like $1,000 at a time and would have me buy out these packs. So I can tell you from experience, I have purchased up to the limit on the void shards, on the ancient packs. I've done it multiple times, and it's not even remotely close to worth it. You know, especially this stuff. Don't buy these, guys. You'll get the potions easily. I mean, look at these potions. It's 337. Don't buy these, okay? The things you're looking for actually are like this is personally one of my favorite packs, the 7 void shards for 350. And you know what? Just to put my money where my mouth is for this video, I'll buy the pack too. I'm not going to open it in this video because I'm waiting for the 2X. But I'll buy it. I'll show you that these are a good pack. I actually do like these ones. And the 10 for 10 shard isn't too bad either. The one on the left there, that one's not a terrible one either. So if you're looking for like a couple decent packs, they do have a funny mix of like absolutely do not buy this pack, and then a couple that are like okay. You know, I mean, $10, 9 shards. That's basically what we pay for the rookie pack, 450 gems. That's worth it. I'm actually gonna buy that one too. So those two aren't too bad. And I'll just sit on those for the 2Xs. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Let me know if you guys want more videos about the monetization stuff, as I am trying a whole bunch of new stuff this week. I'm firing out some guides, talking about packs, and getting the content out, boys. Machine gun style. Start spewing it out there for y'all. So subscribe to see every single one, because unfortunately, what I realized is YouTube only lets you do 3 notifications in a day. So if I'm putting out like 2 videos, by the 3rd one, you're not going to get the notification. So you really just have to like see it manually. Tell you what, just for the people who stayed all the way to the end, and I didn't tell you it was going to happen. I told you it wasn't going to happen, but guess what? You stayed to the end. So I'm going to open a shard just for you guys. Congratulations to you guys for making it to the end. Oh my God. Is that not the most unappealing character you can ever pull? I mean, Good Lord. Oh my God. They even gave him like jiggle physics. Highly unfortunate.